Lansing, the curator here at the Florence Griswold Museum, and we're standing in the exhibition, The Great Americans, Portraits by Jacques Le Havre. We're in the third gallery of the exhibition, which is a little mini show co-curated by our curators and Jacques Le Havre. The whole exhibition is up through May 12th. And this little mini gallery is titled Degrees of Separation. After creating his group portrait of the great Americans, some of our national heroes, Jack got very interested in the group of artists, another kind of group portrait, who gathered around Florence Griswold here in Old Lyme. And in looking at examples from our collection, he really focused on how central Florence Griswold was to the formation of the art colony, and made a new portrait of her for this exhibition that gives you a sense of her passions, her history, and her awareness of the role of images in help spreading the fame of the art colony. So Jack made a new portrait of Florence Griswold for this exhibition, and it's one in which he's incorporated images from our archives, as well as some glimpses of Florence's favorite paintings. And I think it gets to the awareness that Florence had of the role of images of her and of her home and of the paintings that the art colony members made in publicizing the art colony and entrenching it in all of our memories. So Jack has chosen to paint Florence in some of his own favorite colors. He likes to use blue in his work, but the color palette also seems very sort of appropriate to the idea of the old-fashioned aura that pervaded Miss Florence's house. It makes you think of blue and white china, or of antiques brought back to New England from the China trade. He has built off of images from our archives, photographs of Florence. For example, her face is drawn from a photo of her where she's standing with some flowers, and Jack learned about Florence's interest in flowers and gardens and has included a pattern in her dress that picks up on that kind of vegetation. He also saw a lot of the works in the collection. For example, the portrait we have by the artist Samuel Walters of one of the packet ships that Florence's father, Captain Robert Griswold, sailed, and that's included in this gallery. And he's taken some of those sails and sort of incorporated them into the shape of her body and her outfit. So she's literally sort of pieced together from these images and references from her past. One of her favorite paintings by Willard Metcalf is alluded to in the portrait. You can see the front of the house with the tall columns. This is a painting called May Night, which is now in the National Gallery of Art. And it's one that, according to the legends that we know, that Willard Metcalf offered to give Miss Florence. And she said something like, "It's the best thing you've ever done. I don't want you to give it to me. I want you to take this and sort of make your fame and your reputation for it." And sure enough, it was immediately exhibited to great acclaim and purchased for a museum collection. But since both Metcalf and her home are among Florence's real fond loves, Jack included this portrait of her house in his painting. We also have some images of Miss Florence in the dining room, where you have the painted panels the artist left behind as a kind of group portrait of their presence here and a souvenir of that presence. She's sitting in front of some of those panels, and then Jack has repeated the image in the background. Florence had these postcards made, and if you came to visit the house in the years of the colony, you could buy one of those as a souvenir, and then of course send it to others to tell them about the little mini museum of Lyme artists that you saw at her home in Old Lyme. And he's even included the sort of copyright image from the postcard on this painting, acknowledging the fact that he is including an image that was made by another person. In this case, actually one of the artists, Edward Warner, took the photo that was made, that was put on this postcard. And then humor and is also a big part of Jack LaHave's work, and so he liked the stories that we discussed about what an animal lover Florence Griswold was and how her house was full of cats. And so if you look carefully, you'll see some cats peeking out of her shirt, little kittens like the ones that ran through her house and slept on artists' beds. And he's also even incorporated another pet, the artist's own dog, Momo, into a little portrait, an upside-down portrait of Florence, who was herself a lover of animals as well. So this is a portrait that I think brings out to us the fondness that we feel for Florence Griswold, and shows the way that Jack sort of combines other artworks and historical documents in building his portraits of the great Americans.